What was the moment you realized that you shouldn't have showed up to a date? When he picked me up and said he had a stop to make. First he met his crack dealer behind a gas station. She pulled out her iPad and starts trying to sell me insurance. She brought her ex-boyfriend to see if he approved. After he said that, they asked for a three-way. This was not ever mentioned before the date. I was under the impression we were meeting one-on-one. When she told me she believed she was the reincarnation of 17th-century pirate Anne Bonny. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Anne_Bonny, and was completely serious about it. I picked her up and she said, "Let's hurry up and go. My husband will be back soon. Don't worry, we're getting divorced, but he won't want to see me on a date." When the guy that showed up was easily 30 years older than what he looked like in the picture he had sent me. When she tried to get me in a fight with a stranger, I think she knew the guy. Long story, but I think what she did was an attempt to get him to assault me. She was nuts. That time when I walked into the restaurant where I was meeting that doctor I met online, and he was there wearing a white lab coat. To dinner. Our first and last date. He took me on a surprise date to watch him skateboard. Yay. Watched him eat shit for 2 hours, then he pouted dropping me off BC. He didn't nail the move. When he read me poetry he wrote about his ex and showed me his Viagra stash. When he told me he had been married and divorced, a Russian sniper, and a trucking company owner, not a single thing was true. Which was good? Bad? I ran. 10 minutes in and he was checking out the two women at the table next to us. Like hardcore staring, peeking around the booth wall until they looked at him uncomfortably. Lol. He said he didn't like hair in a bun or choker necklaces. I happened to have my hair in a bun and was wearing a choker at the time. Blind date. 5 minutes in she says she may or may not have chlamydia. It gets worse. Our third wheel who set us up gets trashed and starts crying about how he liked her. I told her I had been in the military. She told me she had been engaged to 3 different guys in the military. A friend told me she once went on a date with a guy who spoke only about the health insurance benefits at his work. When he said, "You got about a year before I put a ring on your finger." At the end of the date she told me that she wanted to be fucked by her dog so bad, but the dog wasn't interested. He said, "You're not pretty enough for me, but maybe you're freaky to make up for it." Grimace. When she told me she wanted to dine and dash, pretty much as soon as we ordered drinks. She happily talked about herself but never showed the slightest interest in me. Yet she was very excited when I asked her out. A few days later my friend told me she had been talking shit about me. When he told me he was drinking across town in another bar doing shots and would be where I was ASAP. He was driving himself. A guy walked into the bar and she stared at him for a few seconds and said, "He has an 8-inch cock." I can't remember his name though. When he took my sandals off in a public restaurant and sniffed them under the table. I went to the bathroom and waited for a chance to leave. When I watched her crash into a parked car and not leave a note. Actions speak louder than words. When 4 other guys arrived and we all received a text message at the same time laughing at us, for thinking anyone would ever love us. He asked how much money I made. Not what my job was. Just my income. Then when I said that was private, he asked if I own my house and car. Went on a first date to a bowling alley. He didn't understand the concept of taking his turn to bowl. When she took 30 minutes to get to my car from her house, then fell asleep almost immediately upon sitting down. She told me she liked her nipples bitten. Until she bleeds. I'm down for a lot. But drawing blood draws the line. The moment she called me by her dad's name. Twice. When he didn't let me look at a menu. Ordered for me a water and a kid's chicken tender meal. I'm 24. Ate half my meal. And was talking so much about himself he spit pieces of chicken on me. Removed. When the waitstaff looked at me with increasing pity and concern. All these comments are simultaneously making me feel better about myself. And also making me even more anxious about getting back into dating. When at the party I met her at and her boyfriend said go ahead, take her. I'm sick of her shit. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.